Showtime! Fireball!
Number 1. Save your Zappies. Zappies and Inferno Tower are the only 2 air counters you have in this deck. So you will want to save your Zappies until you know all of your opponent's deck before you start cycling them behind your tower. For example, if they're playing Goblin Giant Sparky, you will want to save Zappies for their Sparky, or you will not have a solid counter to the Sparky, and you might get wrecked by your opponent. However, in Double Elixir, things began to change. Because you are running a 2.9 cycle deck, which is insanely fast, you can possibly cycle 2 sets of Zappies when they can only cycle 1 Sparky. In that case, you can keep cycling Zappies behind the tower if they don't have Fireball. You also want to protect your Zappies at all costs, because it is your only air counter after all. Number 2, Miner and Earthquake. Miner and Earthquake is the only two cards in here that can directly damage your opponent's tower. If your opponent has a building, then the wall breakers will never get a chance to break through. So, even in single elixir, you will want to play more aggressively than usual to get enough damage on your opponent's tower before double elixir. Ideally, you will want to use your miner to bait out their troops such as Skarmy and Goblin Gang, and then you would Earthquake it to get value and damage on their crown tower. Remember, like many other miner wallbreaker decks, you will want to be very aggressive with your wallbreakers, miners, and earthquakes in order to outcycle their cards and get damage on their tower. Number 3, Inferno Tower. Inferno Tower is one of the most useful defensive card in this deck. Without Inferno Tower, you would not be able to defend against Golem and Lava Hound decks. So when should you use your Inferno Tower? Against most bait and cycle decks, you will not want to play your Inferno Tower as often as you might think. Because Inferno Tower is a 5 elixir card, that means playing it will actually make your cycle slower, and you might get outcycled by your opponent's card. The only exception to this would be Wallbreaker Cycle, because when they have a miner as tank, it is difficult to kill the Wallbreakers if you only have log in hand. Against beatdown decks, you will want to place your Inferno Tower as often as possible, because beatdown decks often has Sap or Lightning to counter your Inferno Tower. If they have Lightning, cycle an Inferno Tower on your side when they place down their units such as Golem or Lava Hound. Then, when they actually destroy that old Inferno Tower, you already cycle back to another Inferno Tower. There are two special cases that you need to be aware of. Number 1 is against Lava Hound decks. Against Lava Hound decks, sometimes you may or may not put your Inferno Tower at the bridge to directly damage their Lava Hound before they get a chance to kill your Inferno Tower. That way the Lava Hound is already dead by the time it crosses the bridge, and then their push will go nowhere. Against Graveyard, you might also have to do this play to kill their troops that are incoming in order to put their troops outside of their bridge and to let your tower lock onto the graveyard skeletons instead. That way you'll mitigate the damage and the Inferno Tower will actually kill some of the troops. This is only situational, of course. If they have a lot of troop incoming, it's basically a waste of 5 elixir.